Without further ado, we have Chris Jewell.
In fact, I'm just the opening act, so you know what, you can take your bathroom breaks. Go check out the merch table that we have outside. We've got the giant foam fingers. We've got cardboard cutouts of me and Ben's faces. Those are hot items. We're running a sale on all our t-shirts. Just buy one, get that one. Definitely make sure to check out the bar in the back, too. It's only 2 drinks per customer. Trust me, I'd want to be plastered, too, before Ben gets up. Only 2 drinks, that's not enough. But anyway, funny thing about Ben, me and Ben, we've been friends our entire lives. I've known him genuinely since I can remember anything else. So naturally, he came to his best pal Chris and was like, hey, do some comedy for me. And my first thought was, fuck, no, I don't want to do that. Are you kidding? But time went on, I thought about it a little bit more, and I said to myself, you know what? It's just St. Vincent, people. I don't need to be that funny. I mean, they're not going to understand half the jokes anyway. I mean, especially on a Tuesday night, who's even going to be here? It's the city that never sleeps, Latrobe. I'm kidding. I actually love Latrobe. I love St. Vincent. In fact, I can't get away from this place. I graduated 6 years ago, but I'm still living on campus. You just can't beat the on-campus housing, and you definitely can't beat the on-campus food. Every day you go to the caf, you look at the daily dish, and you're like, oh, chicken with an Italian word, either before or after. We haven't had that one this week. And every time you have it, it's just chicken that's dipped in pizza sauce. Every time you have it, it's not a surprise. But, we go to St. Vincent, obviously. I go here. I love it here. I bleed blue and yellow, or gold and yellow, whatever color. I bleed those colors. And since we go here, we're a liberty art school. We got to take core classes. We got to take the maths and the Englishes and the sciences. But most importantly, they got us taking the philosophies. See, philosophy is my favorite because I think of myself somewhat of a philosopher. Have you ever put Reese's cups on a s'more? I bet you have. But I haven't. But see, that idea came to me in the one place where all great ideas come, and that's the shower. The shower is the only place where you have free thought. You're scrubbing and you're scrubbing and you're scrubbing. And, you might want to scrub some areas again. And then suddenly, the enlightenment of Buddha comes down, and you feel your IQ growing. All of a sudden, you're doing equations on the wall in soap, and you're solving global warming and speaking Chinese. You have no idea what's going on. So then, how did Plato and Aristotle do it? I mean, they didn't have showers. Are you telling me they're going to the bathhouse for these things? They're going to the bathhouse. They're getting naked. They're getting in a tub with 18 other men. And then after 20 minutes of looking at Heraclitus' balls, they're coming out of me. I don't think so. I mean, anytime I take a bath with my friends, the last thing we're thinking about is reality. Reality can be a funny thing. I look at this kid, I like this kid a lot. But Brandon Brock sitting next to him hates his guts. Why they're sitting next to each other, I don't know. But not only do we develop different perceptions of people, we also develop different perceptions of the way we live. We develop different fears. And I'm going to be a little vulnerable tonight. I'm going to talk about a couple of my fears. My fears, I've got time. Time is scary. The government's scary. Butterflies are scary. It's not a joke. Not a joke. But most importantly, I'm afraid of the Snapchat Discover page. I can't stand it. I mean, seriously, do I really care if Kim Kardashian has 30+ followers on Instagram? No, I don't give a single fuck. I mean, look at these other award-winning articles. World's largest forearm. 16 celebrities with fake teeth. What really happened to Fetty Wap? This next one, this is a real article, and genuinely, it boggles my mind. Living with my hairy broken leg. It's like nobody on the history of the planet has broken a leg and also happened to have that leg be hairy. But every once in a while, Snapchat will get you. They put a video right up front, they're like, this is what they would. So you're scrolling along, you see, 18 recipes to use Monster Energy drink. All right, I'll buy it. And then 8 hours go by, you're standing in your kitchen, you're wearing an apron that you didn't own before, you're covered in flour, and you got 8 batches of brownies made out of recycled aluminum cans in the fridge. You don't know what happened. but you got a new hobby. There's another thing that scares me. And this one should scare a lot of you too, because I know there's a couple people in the audience that do this. People who take their shoes off in class. I want to have a word. If you're one of these people, talk to me after the show, we're going to have a conversation. I mean, seriously, what's going through your head? You walk over to Alfred Hall, you get to laying your rent, and you think, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take my shoes off. So you take your shoes off. And you know what? It's college, dude. You don't give a fuck anymore. Life sucks, dude. So you know what? You put your feet up on the desk and take a watch. Think some of it. But you notice that the kid next to you is drooling all over and asking for your phone. That's not really attention that you want. And this problem, it doesn't just start and stop in the class. No, you take your shoes off at class. Next day, you're getting more comfortable in the library. Then you're walking around the calf with no shoes and no socks. And before you know it, you're outside. It's been 3 days since your last shower. Your hair's down past your ass crack, and you're playing hacky sack in a drug rub. So kids, keep your fucking shoes on. It's not that difficult. It's an hour. We've had some laughs tonight, you know. And I'd like to slow things down a little bit. I'd like to get a little more serious. I'd like to talk about something that's a real issue in my life, and it should bother you too, and that's gender inequality. I'm single, by the way. Specifically in one area, men and women's bathrooms. They're very different places. You walk into a men's room, it's the fucking Thunderdome, you know? You got a fight club over here, you got people smoking blown over here, you got a casino over here, you got a dog track behind you, and you're like, I just sworn in the bathroom. I just sworn I could pee in here. But woman, you're a little smarter than us. You've turned the bathroom into a sanctuary to get away from men. You go in there and you got your little couches here, you got your candles and incense burning, you know. Maybe you got a bookshelf or a magazine stand or whatnot. It's a lovely place. I love going in there. I'm not ready for perverse reasons, I just like to read. You know, another thing about women's bathrooms that they don't have to deal with is the urinals. I hate the urinals. When you got a pressure hose as strong as mine, 9 times out of 10 when you pee at a urinal, the urinal pees back. In fact, if you look closely at me tonight, you'll probably see a couple drops of urine. Oh, boom, 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 boom. All of you just looked at my crotch, and I just saw it. But see, since we've been peeing at urinals so long, we've developed somewhat of an art form. You know, much like sword fighting has stances, peeing also has different stances. You know, when you're a first kid, you're learning potty train, you know you can't just pee in yourself. So, you know, you first learn the average Joe. The ladies love it, you know, your mom will teach it to you. This is the classic. But you know what? You're a little kid, dude. You see this as the last opportunity where you can pee on the floor with no consequence. So, you know what? Take a step back. You go for the trick shot. This is a trick shot. Maybe you're really into basketball, you go for the three-pointer. Maybe you've been playing a lot of Call of Duty, you do the 360. But you know, life moves on, we can get in trouble for peeing on the floor. Oh, we know better. But, you know, life is hard. Life gets harder. It doesn't stop getting hard. You come home from class, it's been a long one. They're all long ones. Maybe you just really need a high five. Maybe friendship is enough. Maybe you need to seek a higher power. And you know what? The days aren't just long. Oh, no. The weeks are long here. Especially here, dude. There's nothing to do. I mean, look at you. You're in an amateur comedy event right now. You know, so you come home. Maybe it's a Sunday morning, you know, 2 a.m. You know, it's been one of those nights. You know, you come back from the bar. You have to perform the drunken man. Not a single drop goes in the bowl. You're in the right place. But also, throughout our lives, there's also men who love to watch the world burn. They love to see people in pain and agony. They don't know what personal space is, you know? There's what we call the Curious George. Hey, brother, I think it's time to change the oil. You know, life keeps getting harder. Keeps getting harder, keeps beating you down. There comes a day, and you're an old man, and you don't care where you pee anymore. You pee in your pants. You're a bingo, you pee yourself. You're in the hot tub with a bunch of 70-year-old ladies that are looking fine, but you pee yourself. You almost had it, but you peed. Maybe you're taking an open mouth nap on the couch, you pee yourself. If you're doing your first comedy show, you pee yourself. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to pee tonight. Maybe next time. All right, thanks for having me.